special edition episodes. I'm Mia Gibson, serving as your State Secretary.
And I'm Blake Vanderkamp, serving as your State Reporter. And in this episode, we'd like to congratulate our champion and reserve champion, swine exhibitors.
The 2020 Fair Special Edition FFA Commercial Breeding Gilt Show was held August 14th. There were 211 gilts exhibited through 3 divisions. In Division 1, your champion, Gavin Branderhorst from Monroe. Your reserve champion was Nicholas Edwards from Huxley. In Division 2, Tate LETTOW from Woodward was your champion. Kyle Hughes was your reserve champion from Jefferson. In your third division, your champion was Mia BRECHT from Williamsburg, and Jerome Mays from Wilton was your reserve champion. Your grand champion commercial gilt for Monroe went to Gavin Branderhorst. Tate LETTOW was your reserve grand champion commercial gilt from Woodward.
198 purebred gilts were shown in the FFA Registered Breeding Gilt Show on August 14th. Results are as follows. The champion Berkshire gilt was exhibited by Maggie White of Esterville, and the reserve champion Berkshire gilt was MADELYN MORNINGSTAR of Clarence. The champion Chester White gilt was exhibited by Cole MOELLER of DonneLLSON, and the reserve champion Chester White gilt was exhibited by Justin ENGELKING of Van Horn. The champion Duroc gilt goes to Tate LETTOW of Woodward, and the reserve champion Duroc gilt was exhibited by Mia BRECHT of Williamsburg. The champion Hampshire breeding gilt was exhibited by Morgan BRINNING of Washington, and the reserve champion Hampshire gilt was exhibited by KEHRLI of Winthrop. The champion Landrace gilt goes to DAKOTA MARKLA, and the reserve champion Landrace gilt was exhibited by Dylan SCHNITKER of Iowa Falls. The champion Poland China gilt was exhibited by Gavin Branderhorst of Monroe, and the reserve champion Poland China gilt goes to KYLEE Brown of Earlham. The champion Spotted gilt was exhibited by Emily Harold of West Branch, and the reserve champion Spotted gilt was exhibited by Cody Critchow from Humboldt. The champion Yorkshire gilt was exhibited by Gavin Branderhorst of Monroe, and the reserve champion Yorkshire gilt was exhibited by REAGAN Gibson of Panora. The champion in the AOB division goes to Jacob Schlutz of Letts, and the reserve champion goes to Riley Gibson of Panora. The overall grand champion results of the Purebred Breeding Gilt Show are as follows, and the overall grand champion Purebred Breeding Gilt is Tate LETTOW of Woodward. Reserve grand champion is Gavin Branderhorst of Monroe.
The FFA Purebred Swine Show was held on August 14th with 172 swine exhibited. Your champion Berkshire went to Jessica Frazier from the Anamosa FFA chapter, and your reserve went to Brady Hamilton from the Cheriton FFA chapter. Your champion Chester White went to Wyatt Stump from the Wellman FFA, and your reserve went to Tate LETTOW from the Woodward FFA chapter. Your champion Duroc went to Cree Rourke from the Wellman FFA chapter, and your reserve went to Dylan Kane from the Cheriton FFA chapter. In the Hampshire division, your champion went to Dylan Kane from Cheriton FFA chapter, and the reserve went to Dylan Kane from the Cheriton FFA chapter. In Poland China, your champion went to Tyler Wellman from the DONNELLSON FFA chapter, and reserve going to Tyler Wellman from the DONNELLSON FFA chapter. In the Spotted division, Jessica Frazier was your champion from the Anamosa FFA chapter, and Mia BRECHT was reserved from the Williamsburg FFA chapter. In your Yorkshire division, Connor Finch from the Huxley FFA chapter was your champion, and Lexi Smizer from the Cheriton FFA chapter was your reserve. In your all other breeds, Nolan Linus from the Manchester FFA chapter was your champion, and Mia BRECHT from the Williamsburg FFA chapter was your reserve. Your purebred champions. Champion overall went to Cree Rourke from the Wellman FFA chapter. Reserve to Jessica Frazier from the Anamosa FFA chapter. Third overall to Jessica Frazier from the Anamosa FFA chapter. Fourth overall to Mia BRECHT from the Williamsburg FFA chapter. Fifth overall to Wyatt Stump from the Wellman FFA chapter.
365 market swine were exhibited on August 15th at the FFA Crossbred Market Swine Show. In your first division of market barrows, your grand champion is Garrett Arnold from Webster City. Your reserve grand champion is Kay Boyson from Wapello. In the second division of market barrows, your champion was Claire Petzenhauser from Story City. In reserve was Melanie Lane from Elkader. In Division 3 Market Barrows, your champion was Tommy Pretz from Columbus Junction. Your reserve champion was Luke Greiner from Keota. In Division 4 Market Barrows, your champion was Elizabeth McKnight from Afton, and your reserve champion was Jessica Frazier from Anamosa. In Division 5 Market Gilts, your champion was Melanie Lane from Elkader, and your reserve champion was Delia Swanson from Clarion. In the 6th Division of Market Gilts, your champion was Justin Engelking from Van Horn, and your reserve champion was KYLEE Nelson from Avoca. The FFA Crossbred Market Swine Show results are as follows. And your overall Grand Champion Market Pig from Story City is Claire Petzenhauser. And Reserve Grand Champion Market Pig is Melanie Lane from Elkader. Your third overall is Tommy Pretz from Columbus Junction. Coming in fourth is Elizabeth McKnight from Afton. Your fifth overall is Jessica Frazier from Anamosa.
Once again, congratulations to all the swine exhibitors at the FFA shows.
We'd like to thank you for all your hard work and dedication these past few weeks.